Hey guys, Hunter here from CTF Photonics. So tonight I'm going to zero my CTF3 laser and just kind of do a tutorial of zeroing an IR laser under night vision. So with the CTF3, I have a center overbore IR laser packaged with the Kiji 3° and the Malkoff white light. This is a good package, but what I'm going to go over, we'll cross over to any IR laser. We'll talk a little bit about parallel versus converging. So let's get into it. So like I said with the CTF3, this has a center over bore IR laser. So no matter how you zero this, it's gonna be a parallel zero. But for me, what I like to do is get a converging with my optic. And your converging zero is gonna vary depending on what your optic is zeroed for. This optic is specifically zeroed for 20 yards on this KP9. So if I converge my IR laser on target, look through my optics window, I will be able to make my adjustments with an optic, with a tool, to get a rough converging zero with my optic, which is also, like I said, parallel, being that we're center over bore. So in contrary, other laser devices will have some type of offset to them where they sit just to the side of the barrel of the rifle, one way or the other. So there's a couple ways that you can get a zero that way. You can measure your offset distance, and then be able to track your points of aim versus points of impact on target. But parallel is pretty important because as you get out to further distances, you'll start to see that offset really accumulate as far as inches, feet, as you get back. 100 yards, your offset might only be a few inches off, but by the time you get to 300 or 400 yards, you're a few feet off now. So that's why I really like the parallel zero on this, because you're just gonna be accounting for your elevation holds. But let's go ahead and show you kind of what I see when I look through the optic to converge my zero. All right guys, so I'm 20 yards from my target downrange. As you can see, that little glint that comes back onto us, that's a little 1/4 inch size round piece of glint tape that comes back at us. Really useful for zeroing your IR laser with night vision. So as you see, I come off the target, there's a little bit of a bloom on target, but you can tell I'm not glinting off of anything. Right when I get onto that glint, I wanna hold nice and steady and execute a slow controlled shot. All right guys, so I'm gonna demonstrate now making a slow controlled shot once you're on the glint tape. All right guys, so let's see where impact is on target. So see here, impact on target is about 2 inches low below the piece of glint tape. So what I'm gonna do is make an elevation adjustment up to try and get my point of impact right on this piece of glint tape. So let's go ahead and make this adjustment, take another shot, and we'll confirm where our point of impact's at. All right guys, so I'm gonna make an adjustment to move my point of impact up on target. So by doing this, if you can see on this elevation adjustment set screw, I'm gonna make clockwise turn to bring my point of impact up. Okay, so I made a clockwise turn. We're gonna go back on target, take another shot, and see if we're getting a little bit closer. All right guys, so I made an adjustment to my elevation for my IR laser on the CTF3. I did a clockwise adjustment, turning it right, which brings my point of impact up. So I'm gonna take another shot, see where I hit on target. If I need to make more adjustments, I'll be able to do so. Okay. All right guys, so I'm getting ready to make this shot now. Okay, let's go see where I hit. All right guys, so I'm pretty happy with that. As you can see, I'm a little bit on the left edge, but pretty central in that piece of glint tape. And so the beauty with the CTF3 is that we have a center over bore IR laser. So I don't have any offset I need to account for at different distances. I'll just have to adjust my elevation hold and make sure my hold's correct based on distance. But ultimately, that's a really good zero for this gun. I'm happy with how it's set up, and I'm not going to touch anything further.